Hi friends, welcome back to our backend application using the Node and expressjs for my CRUD application, for my CRUD API implementation. In the previous sessions, we have completed the project structure creation and database connection and standardize the error response um, and asynchronous handle and health check logic. In this session 5, we are going to develop the models for post APIs. I'm going to my models folder. I'm going to create the file called post.models.js. In this, I'm going to import the Mongoose from the Mongoose. If you see in the DB connection, we have did the connection using the Mongoose only. We have used the mongoose.connect. In this we have passed the URL string, connection string as a argument. But here we are going to use this as a we are going to use the some more functionality in the Mongoose, that is called schema and model. First I am going to use the schema, but I am going to name it as a post schema equal to new mongoose.schema. In this we are going to pass two things. One is our actual struct schema, like what fields are required, like id field, title field and body field. It is the three fields are required, but in that there is a id field is not required, but because of the mongoose will automatically generate that field, we no need to mention the id field. That two fields are remaining two fields are required to mention. Title we can give in the form of directly like a string, or we can give in the form of object, like this. In this we are going to mention in this object we are going to mention the type column string, and required, this field is required equal to mentioning the true. And second field is body field or news field. Type string and required true. In this field we are going to mention like index column true. My schema is creation completed. Next, second one is timestamp. Like a timestamp is used to mentioning the, like a schema is created the, this post is created the in the which time, and updation, that there is a two fields will be generated using this timestamps column true. There is a one more is one thing is a created the post, like creation of the post, and one more is updation of the post. Creation of the post means that post is when the post is created. Updation of the post means like when the post is updated. In every time we are going to update this post means that update time will be changed, and if we create time will be not be changed, because of in the lifetime the post is created at the once only. That's why creation time is not changed, only the update or modified time will be changed. There is a second one is like model. Const post equals to mongoose. It is also coming from the mongoose only. Mongoose dot model. We are going to mention in the string, like mongoose name. We are going to first my schema name we are going to mentioning. Second one is a schema. We are going to pass the schema. First one is post. I am going to mentioning. Second one is the post schema. Post schema. The schema I'm going to pass in here, and the first field is like a post. But while it is executed, when it is executed, it is going to take like a post in the form of plural. If you want to export this, named export as a post, like that. Same one more model I'm going to create for there is a models dot user dot models dot js. In this if you want to make it as our application like login and logout functionalities, or like login or registration or logout functionality, for that reason this user model will be useful. Like if you want to store that your application, like you store your user information, like who is your which user is getting the login, or which user getting the registration, which user taking the login. If you want to mention, you can use this user model. In this user model, I'm going to take first, I'm going to import Mongoose from the Mongoose const user schema new mongoose dot schema. Two things we are going to take. One is that first I'm going to take, sorry, it is object. First I'm going to take username. I'm mentioning the type string and required true, then lowercase. My user should be lowercase only. Then many properties are there in this user in this object we can use. Then index property true. Then unique, user should be unique. Unique spelling is correct or not? We can check in the Mongoose documentation. There is a Mongoose documentation is available, like mongoose.com, mongoose.com or mongoose.js. You can get started. Mongoose. If you see Mongoose documentation here, you can refer. You can read this Mongoose and the schema. There is a many connections properties, schema properties. Now schema properties. See, if you see this, it contains the required default select valid get and alias. These are the fields of the schema properties, like index unique parts. These are the according to the our field. There may be we can give our one property, and we can give we can make delete our one property. If you see this string, if it contains the string variable, like a string field, there is a lowercase, uppercase, trim, match, enum, min length, max length, populate. These are the fields. These are the these are the properties for the string. If you take the number field, suppose my field is number. Suppose my field is number. Sorry, user name. So if my field is number property or integer property, it contains the min, max, enum, and populate. There is a some common properties for the uh, for our field every type. There is a call that is called the required default select. These are the common properties. These are the unique properties for the this string field and number field and date field. This is date field and object id field. These are the unique properties. There are the some common properties like required, default, select, valid, and the type also. One more is a type also. If you see here, this like this, like type equals to number, lowercase is true, like this. We have given here lowercase true. Like if you take one more email field, make sure that name should spelling must be correct. Correct. That's why type I'm giving here string and required is true, and lowercase string should be lowercase only, and true, and index I'm not okay, you can give the index index true and unique true. Then there is a full name. If you want to take the full name from the user, you can take the full name also. Type string required true and lowercase lowercase not required. Lowercase is not required. Index also should not be required, but full name maybe that full name maybe some are getting giving, some are will give the some other names also, like maybe match also. That's why I'm leaving with a two properties only, type and required. Then next one is a password field. Password field equal to type string I'm giving and required true. Here also I'm making the true. If you want to see these timestamps, what is the timestamp? My mouse is not working correctly. There is a, if you want to search here, timestamps, can refer here the documentation timestamp, Mongoose timestamps. If you Mongoose schema suppose the timestamp function, if you set the true, Mongoose will add the two properties for our date type date to your schema, that is a created at. Sorry, I have misspelled in the few hours back. That is a called created at and updated at. If you read this, created at means a date represented when this document or when the post is created was created. Update, that means when the date representing when this document was last updated. Last updated means when the updated time. This one is the updated time, this one is the created time. Created time means born time also, you can call it as. Mongoose will then set the created when the document is first inserted. This updated will, whenever you update the documentation using the save, update one or update many, this when we perform these operations, this update time will be modified. This created time will be only modified in the case of insertion only. This remaining operations will perform, this update time will be changed. I'm going to my schema, and if you want to give, you can give here also timestamp equal to true. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can refer this documentation or you can read this documentation carefully. Then after this, create the model. For I'm mentioning the user, const user equal to mongoose.model of user, the form of string, and schema name. This schema name is, I'm copying here, this schema name. Spelling must be correct. If you give the any wrong spelling, this will throw a error. Export this, export as a named export. I'm exporting as a named export. I'm going to use this I'm going to use this post model in the while writing the my logic part of post controller. That's all, friends. I have completed the creation of models or creation of schema. In the next session, we are going to see the creation of APIs, creation of the controller part of the post. If you like my content or if you like my explanation, please like and subscribe my channel and support my channel.